Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation. I am dealing with the subject Power Plant Engineering. In that topic is Steam Power Plant. The outline of my presentation is Pulverized Coal-Fired Boiler, Classification of Pulverized Burning Methods. In that Pulverized Fuel Burning. A pulverized coal-fired boiler is an industry or utility boiler that generates thermal energy by burning pulverized coal known as powdered coal or coal dust. Since it is a fine as face powder in cosmetic makeup that is blown into the firebox. The basic idea of a firing system using pulverized fuel is to use the whole volume of the surface for the combustion of the solid fuels. Coal is ground to the size of a fine grain mixed with an air and burned in the fuel gas flow. Biomass and other materials can be added to the mixture. Coal contains mineral matter which is converted to ash during combustion. The ash is removed as bottom ash and fly ash. The bottom ash is removed at the furnace surface. This type of a boiler dominates the electric power industry, providing steam to drive large turbines. Pulverized coal provides the thermal energy which produces about 50% of the world's electric supply. Pulverized coal power plant technologies. Pulverized coal power plant technologies are broadly classified into three categories. First one is sub-CPC. Sub stands for subcritical pulverized coal. C stands for critical, P stands for pulverized, C stands for coal. And second one is supercritical pulverized coal, SCPC. S stands for super, C stands for critical, P stands for pulverized, C stands for coal. And fourth one is ultra supercritical pulverized coal. U stands for ultra, S stands for super, C stands for critical, P stands for pulverized, C stands for coal plants. The primary difference between the three systems of pulverized coal boilers are the operating temperatures and pressures. Subcritical plants operates below the critical point of water, that is 647.096 Kelvin and 22.064 megapascal. Supercritical and ultra supercritical plants operates above the critical point. As the pressures and temperature increases, so does the operating efficiency. Requirement of pulverized fuel firing. There are two requirements which must be for pulverized coal to burn successful in the furnace. First one is presence of the large quantities of fine particles of coal, usually that pass through enough a 200 mesh to ensure the spontaneous ignition before their large surface of volume ratio. And second one is the presence of minimum quantity of coarser particles to ensure higher combustion efficiency. And this is the pulverized coal power plant, PCPP. In this system, coal is first ground to dust-like size and powdered coal is then carried into the steam of coal to be fed through the burners in the furnace. Higher temperature flame in the furnace heat the entering coal particles to distill off the volatile particles. The volatile gases mix with the oxygen of the air, further heating ignites and then burn quickly. Distillation reduces the coal particles to minute sponge-like masses of fixed carbon and ash. The amount of air required known as secondary air and it is supplied separately to the combustion chamber. to complete the combustion. The resulting turbulence in the high pressure combustion chamber helps in thorough combustion of the fuel. As the mechanical strokes were found to able to meet the floating loads on the plant and due to limited combustion capacity, they are not suitable for high capacity plants. They are suitable for less than 100 megawatts power plants. The pulverizer coal furnace must withstand high temperature and should be properly propagated to hold the volume of fuel, air and gases and allow enough time for complete burning. Model central power boiler furnace have water cooled walls than other part of the steam generating and heat absorbing surfaces. Advantages of pulverizer coal power plant. Any grade of coal can be used effectively because of its powder before use. Higher rates of combustions are possible due to the increased heating surface area. Smaller size particle exposes more surface per unit volume. Higher boiler efficiency due to complete combustion. Flexibility method can be respond well for sudden changes in demand. Fan power required is low, free from clinker problem. Volume of furnace required is very less. No major problem in ash handling. This system is capable to release large amount of heat, making it possible to generate about 2000 tons of steam per hour in one boiler. Disadvantages of pulverizer coal power plant. Additional investment for coal preparation unit per plant. Extra powder is required for pulverizing coal. Maintenance cost is more, which depends on quality of coal. Due to very high temperature, maintenance of furnace walls is very difficult. More space is required. Special equipment is required to start the system. From the above, it is clear that the advantage per outweigh and disadvantages is larger utility central system and therefore it has led to wide use of pulverizer coal firing. Pulverizer coal preparation. Coal is pulverized or powdered to increase its surface area and therefore exposure, thus permitting rapid combustion. The pulverizer coal is obtained by grinding the raw coal in pulverizing mills. Various types of pulverizing mills are ball mills, ball and race mills, hammer mills, bowl mills. Essential functions of pulverizing mills are drying the coal, grinding, separating of the particles of a desired size. Coal pulverizer mill reduces coal to powder by any or all actions such as impact, abrasion and crushing. Ball and race mill for pulverizer coal. This is the block diagram of ball and racing pulverizer coal. This is the low speed unit which grinding pressure is maintained by adjustable springs. So these are the adjustable springs. The coal passes between the two rotating elements again and again until its pulverizer is desired to the degree of the freeness. After the degree of the freeness, after the coal is get converted into the fine particle, that is degrees of freedom it reached, the fine discharge of the coal is collected here. And the second one is the ball mill. Ball mill is also used for reducing the fine size particles. When the feed material is entered into this mill, there are some balls, that is the grinding balls, which are when the ball mill gets rotated, due to the weights of the balls, the coal gets converted into the fine particles and the finished product is collected here and the dust collection is collected above this, and the adjustable slots is adjusted here until the fine particles is collected. So this is the ball mill when rotating. So these are the yellow particles of the coal particles, and these are the grinding balls. When it gets rotated, the coal is split up into the fine particles until the fine powder coal is collected. Pulverized coal firing system. So this is the block diagram of pulverized coal firing system. The raw coal is collected and it is get primary crusher, and it is then sent into the magnetic separator, and it is after the magnetic separator the coal is sent into the coal dryer. After the coal dryer, the coal is sent into the coal bunkers to store the coal, and after that it is sent into the unit systems and central systems. Pulverized coal firing system. Basically, pulverized fuel plants may be divided into two systems based on the method of firing of the system. First one is unit system or direct system, and second one is the bin system or central system. Unit system is a separate pulverizing unit is provided for each furnace. Fuel is fired directly into the furnace without being stored. A steady flow of coal from the bunker to pulverizer to burner is maintained. And second one is the bin system or the central system. In central system, the fuel from a central pulverizer plant is delivered to the bin or bunker, from where it is conveyed to the various burners through the separate feeders in accordance with the load demands. In that, first one is the unit or direct system. Hot air gases passed through the coal is fed into the dry coal. The coal is then transferred to the pulverizing. The coal is then transferred to the pulverizing mill, which is pulverized. The primary air is supplied to the mill by the fan and the mixture of pulverized coal and primary air, and then passes through the burner. This system of unit is called as each burner, so it is called as unit system or direct system. Advantages of unit system are simple layout and easy operation. It requires less space. It is cheaper when compared with the central system. Less maintenance is required. Simple coal transportation system. Direct control of combustion from pulverizer is possible. Better control over fuel feed system. Disadvantages of unit system are less flexibility. With the load factor is common practice. Any fault in the coal preparation unit may stop the entire steam generating system. Excessive wear and tear of the fan blades is there for the handles of air and coal particles. This is the bin or the central system. Crushed coal from the raw coal burner is fed to the gravity of a dryer, where hot air is passed through the coal to dry. So this is the dryer, and the hot air is fed to the dryer. The dryer may use waste flue gases preheated in the blender as the steam generating. The dry coal is then transferred to the pulverizing mill. The pulverized coal obtained is transferred to the pulverized coal burner, that is the cyclone separator here we are using. The transportation air is separated from the coal by a cyclone separator. The primary air is mixed with the coal at the feeder and the mixture is supplied to the burner. Advantages of the bin system: more flexible because of the quality of the fuel and air may be controlled separately. More reliable, less labor is required. Low power consumption per ton of coal handled. No problem of excessive wear of fan blades. Disadvantage of bin system is high initial cost. It requires large space area. Dryers are necessary. More number of auxiliaries are required. Operation and minimum costs are high when